let me show you that how you can be the Michelin star chef of logo presentations for your next work. With this secret formula that I will show you in this video is going to level up your process and eliminate the most of the clients' problems during presentations when you showing your work. It can be a logo or brand design as well for the future. So the main story is that when I started making logos for clients many years ago, I used the same method as the 90% of the or the 99% of the designers doing, is that I had the brilliant idea. Then when it came to the presentation, the one option is that you write an email with an attached presentation, PDF value showing 3 logos, and you are praying for God that the client will choose your favorite version. Or the another option is that you presenting it for them, but you don't know what to say. You have the logo, you have the mock-ups, and then it's ended because you focusing just on the result and you don't showcase the whole thinking process. And that's what I want to teach you now, because when you go for a Michelin star restaurant, the waiter tell you the whole story about where the food came from, how the farmers made it, how they bring it to the restaurant, how the chef choose that, and what's the story behind the composition, what you can see on the plate. And many cases it's some of these finishing touches in front of your eyes, what happens with the food before you start eating, and then you try from piece to piece what happens on the plate, and then you have the whole thing came together in your mouth, and you can understand it more better. And it's also a technique how they can improve your expectations and make something when it came to eating, you already know the story, you already know what will happen with you when you taste the menu. And then the next example that I wanted to tell you about the meaning or what happens behind that. I used to be the guy who understood the whole mathematics, and when I were in the class, I just needed to sit there, learn what I need to do and what follows what step, and then I did it in my head, and I just wrote down the answer in many cases at the math lessons. But my teacher said me that he can't give me the points because he can't see what's my thinking method there, and I needed to write down everything that happens in my head. And you should do the same when you present the logo design as well, because if somebody is a qualified mathematics teacher, then they know that the answer will be the same and they will understood it. But usually when it comes to client communication, these clients are many cases CEOs, COOs, CFOs, CMOs, or somebody who's seeing your work from different lenses. And when it's a CEO, they will care about the message that they will deliver. And it's also the same with the head of marketing in a company, where they need to have it in a whole context, and they need to know that you think about this whole concept, not just have some result there. But also you don't need to be too scary and too detailed. So instead of talking about so deeply about the technical details or the stories, you just need to show some nice things, what can looks great, and they can understand that you worked a lot on that. But it's more about how you can strategically build it up. I learned the method from my UX design mentor. It's the double diamond, and the thinking methods most common in the UX and in the service design sphere. The thing is that you have this let's say nets, these safety nets, where you can fall back if something fails you in the future. So first you can understand the challenge, what is can be the brief of somebody wants something like a logo or a brand identity, and you need to understand that why they want this identity, how they will use that, and what's the goal of that. Usually on that point, when somebody came to me with the problem of they need a logo, then this is the point when we can talk about like they usually don't need a logo. They need something deeper, that is a new identity or new positioning. Something happens behind that just logo thing, and in that phase you can do the discovery phase, that you will need to show it also for the client, that from this brief what you understood and what you researched after it. And then you have this lot of researched data and visuals and everything, and then you need to convert it for just some meanings, for some points, and then you have a definition about what is the true goal, what is the true thing that you need to work with. And that's the point when I'm usually start just sketching, and from that you have this phase of sketch a lot, and you have many versions. So you have a messy Illustrator file, and from that you can also convert it for just a few solutions or one solution that have the full developed story, and you worked a lot from the beginning to the end with this whole identity. And then you need to show them not just the solution that we usually do as designers, but you need to show the whole process that you went through, so they can understand that they wanted something from you, and then you have a solution, and they need to see the process itself, so it can help you for deepen the understanding of the client, and also show them what can happen. It's basically you can break it for 3 big steps here. The lucky thing is that I did it for you, so I'm a nice guy and I will show it to you. The first thing is the fundamentals, where you there's this phase where we show that we understood what we need to do, and we get the right direction. In this place, they will say you a lot of yes in their heads, of you understood everything well. And then you present the visual basics and you present the visual extension. First, you need to show the goal of the project. And yeah, also I said I will be a nice guy, so let me unhide what happens in the client's head, so we can go parallelly. The first thing is the goal. You talk about some kind of recap of that's what you said, that's what you wanted from me, that's the goal, what we have for this project. Then the client can say in their head is like, yeah, that's my goal, I totally agree with you. Then you have a brief recap, then they can also say yes. It's also something in their mind is that when you came up with the logo in this phase, in there, when you get there, they already have from 8 to 10 yeses in their head, so they're more likely to say yes for your logo presentation as well. So then from the goal and after the recap, you show them an association map. I will show you how it looks like. In my cases, it's usually so strict, so easy to understand, and they will know that how my creative brain works. So they will know that you understood them. And then you show them the mood, and then they know that, okay, you are in the right direction. So in that phase, you already transferring their feelings to visualities. And then you can show the visuals. I usually do it by, that was the brief, and after the brief, that's my idea. And my idea is something that can look like something like this. So from that, in these three steps, you can see them. If you missed something, then you can go back to the point where you missed it. So you can know that the brief is the wrong. If something goes wrong, the brief was wrong from them, or your idea is wrong, or the idea is great, just the execution doesn't something that they like enough. And then I usually showing the grid, the concept details, and the meaning of the whole thing is usually shown in my presentations. Then just this point you can show the logo for them, and then you can show the logo in use at scale. I mean at scale because they will need to know that how it will look like in a pen in a small place when it's placed somewhere, or how it will look like if it's just an app icon or a favicon or something that is so small. And also you need to show them because then they can imagine it easily of how it will look like in a sign, how it will look like in a billboard, how it will look like in a car or somewhere where it's can be big. And then I'm usually showing them the typography and also talk about the meaning of the typography, the colors and the meaning of the colors. So I don't choose the colors just because I know that it's lies, or that can be the problem when you maybe heard of like my wife likes the color blue, so let the logo be blue. So that's not the point really. Or you can just challenging it like you can say that also that I know that your wife likes the blue, but I like to challenge everything, because then we can see that it's a strong concept enough, or it's just something that she likes. Because if 1 year is passing by and maybe she have a new next color, you can choose the whole brand's identity, because it will cost a lot of money. And then you can show the colors and the typography and use, and then brand showcasing items. It's usually the mockups that can be matched up with the concept that they have. So if they are a digital company, you can showing more of the digital mockups, like laptop mockups and phone mockups and digital screen mockups mostly, or these places. And then if you want to showing something that is a more legend brand, you can show the leather hats, you can show boxes. And also this is the place when you can if you have a great idea during the process, you can also put a mock-up here or a concept here, because then it's the place when they already sold by the concepts, they sold by the logo and sold by everything. And maybe here there's a touch point that they didn't think about before, but in that place, if you show them a really nice visual of something, then they can order it from you to finalize that as well. It happened with me a lot of times. So let me show you some examples. I choose some works that happened many years ago. Maybe they are 2 or 3 years projects. It happened before COVID. So for example, here we have this opening screen. Then I have the association map of what happened behind. Then I showing them the mood of that was the things that came to my mind as an association, and that's the visual meaning that I have in my head. It were something that happened years ago, where I didn't show them exact brand work, just some really rough stock images of I want to show something bright, I want to show something that is a bit technical, but more about this friendliness and energy and stuff as well. Then I had the slide for the goal, where I wrote down what's the goal of the whole stuff that we are making, and then I presented them the idea behind the logo. So for here, it happened we have this voltage, the rounded shape, and then we matching these two things together. It's so easy, and they can understand what I thinking of, and what will be my solution. Then I show them the symbol itself of how it will work, and they can see that it were many hours to managing everything, and I just used circles for make it so they can like it more. Then I have the colors and the meaning of the colors, and then I'm mixing these two things so they can see what's the color and what's the symbol, and everything came together. Then we have the other variations of the symbol, and then I showed the typography research of what kind of font can relate more with the icon itself, then the choose type form, and then I showed them the structure of the whole logo and the logo itself, also the logo alternative versions. And when you came to here and I'm talking about the versions and everything about the logo, they will know that I'm really agree with my concept. And then when we came to here, they already seen the logo 6 times and already seen it with many versions, with the font, without the font. Also you can show it with the tagline, without the tagline, and everything. So when it came to they can say something about it, they will know enough from that. Also they can see it in small and big sizes. Yeah, and then I show them this is the case for the showing what it will look like if it's small place, and what it will look like if it's in a big size place, or in a merchandise, in a car, in a name card, or again the name card and what's behind that, and the name card mockup, then the email signature, then the hoodies for them. So when it came to here, they already seen it in many versions, and you made the whole presentation build up on a line. And it's another example when you can see that the same happened of I have the associations, then the mood, then the goal, and for example here I show them more variations, so it's shortened up of what happens in each places, but I show them visually, like in this project we have the sun and the water, also we have the waves, and we have the leaf, and we combine these 3 shapes together, and when it came together you can see how it will look like. Also I can show them what's the materials that I would like to use, the marble, the printing methods and everything, and also I show them the visual thing, how it will look like in the real life. Then I have the second concept. I'm again talking about the same, showing the logo itself, showing the same thing, then the same thing again, then the third version. So yeah, you can see the repetition here, but as we came to the end, then they can see them next all of the logos, because then they can compare them. And the right question that you can ask in the end of your presentation is that what is your favorite part, or you just don't need to have somebody's opinion about something like I like it or not like it. You more need to focus on it is aligned to the concept that they have or not. So the right questions can be compare these 2 things. For example, I usually give the question them that does this visual aligns to your brief that I showed in the first place? You mean like that, or let me know what you are thinking about that. So based on this constructive feedback, you can collect the right answers that they want from you, and then you can work on that on the future, and you can be detailed, like they like the font, they like the colors, they like the icon, they like the whole thing all together, or what is the piece of that whole thing that they don't like about. And for example, in this version, I also show them some messaging and how we can expand, for example, this wave feeding here. And then in this presentation, that was the second round when we finalized the first concept, when it was just a rough sketch. But in the second one, we planned out every line and make the whole thing align together. And there I had the grid system for that, and finalized version, the logo variations, and the final mockups here. So that was the whole process that I developed, and I made it in many cases with the clients. But if you just start improve your own process based on that, or you just can see back and relate on the experience that you have, that what clients like more about your work. I just experienced that, like if I present it for them and I can see their reactions, I know that where's the place where I need to go back and clarify the whole thing altogether. But if you build up this presentation, build up your thinking method, then it will be not this challengeable enough after that, because you will be able to go back for the exact place, for the exact net that you build up for yourself, so you won't fall this much. And usually in these cases, I just usually have this small modifications, like you can see here, of we modify some details and maybe some extras, and that's the good way for working with a client.